The college football experience, Memphis Tigers 2025 season preview episode on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Yes, get up to $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at underdogfantasy.com with our promo code TCESGPN. And remember, as always, folks, too, let it ride.
This is Mike Leach, head football coach at Mississippi State, and you're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes. Woo! Welcome to the college football experience, Memphis Tigers 2025 season preview episode. We are here. Love me. The beautiful city of Memphis, Tennessee. One of the home, BB King, right? I'm not sure if he's actually from Memphis, but he's got a place there. Is he from Memphis or somewhere right outside? I can't remember, but Elvis Presley, somewhere outside of that is Mississippi. Either way, Memphis, Beale Street, fantastic. The culture, the fun. Get out to Memphis, Tennessee, and I'm excited to talk Memphis, Tennessee, because look, I'm excited to talk Memphis University because they offered the Big 12 $200 million. And the Big 12 and pending TV sponsorship. And the Big 12 said no, which Mac, I know I haven't introduced you yet, but I swear they might be making a gigantic mistake. Folks, if you're wondering who that, we're gonna get into all that. We'll get into roster, schedule and state of the program, which that is certainly state of the program. But before we do that, I want to let you know that you are listening to myself, aka Pick Dundee. I've been recording a lot, so I feel very My name is Colby Swing and Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under.
I need a drink.
Where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
Nobody knows nothing. Somebody knows. Double the price. But no one touches Dundee.
All I do is record and stuff. I mean, one of the things that I got to do is no guest spots. That's what's killing me. You end up doing 30. Why am I doing Missoula radio? Right? I'm trying to get ready for these previews. Banging out 136 of them. I gotta do 20, a hot 20 on Missoula radio. Shout out to Missoula radio. And shout out to all the fine people out there checking out all these previews. YouTube.com/the college experience. 136 of them coming. We're somewhere in the hundreds. I might have a case of cloud brain. All right. No CTE here. I am joined by my co-host. He is also the host of the college basketball experience. And look, I'm sure he has paid a player $1,000 to use a U-Haul before and didn't get in trouble by the NCAA. We cover every game on the college basketball experience, by the way, and we do the same for football and the FCS and FBS. So check us out, youtube.com/the college experience. Give it up for Farmer Stafford at Austin Peay with the Governors, at South Carolina with the Gamecocks, and at West Virginia with the Mountaineers. Ryan McIntyre, aka Monet Lod Mac. What's up, man?
What is up, man? Yes, I thought I was doing a show with Austin Powers for a second. Allow myself to introduce myself. Yeah, baby. Let's talk to Memphis Tigers.
I too live dangerously, right?
Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight.
At some point in my experiences, and this can go for stand-up too. I remember one time, especially like I was doing the Ontario Improv, and the headliner might have done too many drugs, and he passed out in the bathroom. So I was scheduled to do 8 minutes, and I'm up there at like minute 6, and like they're flagging me, like the green room is flagging me to keep going, and I'm like, oh, this is awesome. I was thinking, okay, cool, they're gonna let me do 10. But then I did 35 minutes, but at that point, all my shit was contradicting my other shit. I was a young comic. Even now, I don't know that I could, but it was contradicting. I basically threw everything I could throw, and in baseball terms, I was throwing like 30-mile-an-hour fastballs at the 35-minute mark, and this poor bastard was passed out, and it was really pissing me off because I became the headliner, and I was not prepared for that. That's the way I feel essentially though. That's what we're getting at here is like you get to a point where you just start talking so much that you don't even know what the fuck's coming out of your mouth. And that's what happened that night. And that's what was happening. I'm doing so many of these shows that you're just like, blah, 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 introducing, blah, 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 introducing, blah, blah, blah. Right. So, that's what happened at the Ontario Improv. And that's what happened on the beginning of this show. All right. So, what's up though, man? Memphis Tiger football.
Yeah, man. I mean, they're coming off a nice little era here, back-to-back double-digit win season. Silverfield's got this thing rolling, and yeah, I mean, they're going to be a Power 4 one day. I guess the Big 12 doesn't want them. I don't know
what's going on with your boy Yormark turning down $200 million.
He's too worried about Farmageddon.
I mean, am I crazy or to think that? The ACC might reap the Big 12's benefits yet again. I mean, what someone's gonna take the $200 million. For my 40 some years on planet Earth, when you have a lot of money and you offer it to people, sometimes they take it.
Yeah, everybody's a scum at heart. Yeah, I don't get it. I think Memphis would be a good ad. It would be geographically a good ad for the Big 12 with schools like West Virginia, Cincinnati, hell, even UCF's just down couple states there in Orlando. So, I mean, you got half of the American already in there anyway. So, yeah, they passed on SMU.
Why are they passing? Try to make sense of this, and then we'll talk Silverfield. But like, why are they passing on the Memphis Tigers? Because I look at it as a recruiting hotbed. You can get into an area to be a threat to the SEC because the SEC gets a lot of talent from Memphis, right? They're offering you a bunch of money. They have a basketball program that's been in the national championship in multiple Final Fours in my life.
Yep. And
a football program on the rise in a rich city with rich alums. What am I missing here?
And a fun city. I mean, there's a bowl game there every year for a reason. So, what's it? Beale Street? It's Beale Street.
Yes. Beale Street.
Down there in Memphis. Yeah, I've had a good couple nights there. I forgot the name of it. That's how you know it's a good street. So, I'm with you. I don't get it. There's something. Maybe it's just because they don't want to let somebody that they think will have an ego coming in. But like when they're paying their way to get in, they're just happy to be at the dance like SMU and the ACC. Shit, year one they went to the playoff.
I mean, FedEx pretty big.
Yeah, well, I think it's more just the Texas ego has everybody on their toes where it's like, yeah, do we trust this newcomer potentially? Because, Texas was such a pain in the ass year after year after year. But Memphis and SMU weren't going to be that. That's not who they've been over the course of time. Texas is in its own. Texas is that chick that you give everything to them, and they still bitch that they don't have enough.
Yeah,
and they just run off for somebody else.
Yeah. And Orange Chicken, shout out to Orange Chicken in the chat. Love Orange Chicken, by the way. The food and the person watching the show. Look, Big 12 already has too many teams. Well, so does every goddamn power conference. They have less than everybody. What are you talking about? They only have 16. The Big 12, Big 10 has 18. The ACC has 17 / Notre Dame. The ACC has 17 and a half. I just feel like someone's going to take that offer.
Yep.
And when I say someone, I mean the ACC.
Why not? They have Stanford Cal. Shit, Virginia better start pulling their weight there. They're going to kick them out. In Boston College.
I mean, this is a no-brainer to me, but I don't know. I was baffled when I read that article. I was like, it's not enough for Yormark? I'm like, what am I missing here? What am I missing?
Yormark loves hoops. Memphis would be great for your mark.
Dude, Memphis went to like the Final Four multiple times in the 80s from my recollection. And then they went to the Natty with Calipari there. So it's like, it's only a matter of time. I know Penny has not achieved in the NCAA tournament what many had thought, but they've been super talented. It's only a matter of time where that money actually gets someone that gets them deep into the dance, whether it's Penny or whether it's somebody else. And in football, this is a program that has had, they haven't had a losing season since 2013. All right. Yeah. And that was Justin Fuente's first or second year. I just don't understand what they're doing. Anyway, Ryan Silverfield is the head coach of the Memphis Tigers. He's 42-21. You would think I would know his name, right? But that's part of our shtick. By the way, that is part of our shtick. The Golden Knights. Did you see our Golden Knights comment?
I love it. They're the easiest fan base to piss off.
Unbelievable. He was 7-6-22, taking over for Norvell. Then 10-3-23 and 11-2-24. He gets better every year. It's a tall order to get better this year, though. Where are you at with Coach Silverfield?
Yeah, he's done a good job, and he's really proven me. And I think yourself wrong as well a little bit more over the last couple of years, because I was a little sketched, because I don't want to say he took over with the program on third base like Harbaugh says about Ryan Day, but Norvell and Fuentes had it in a really good spot. So he took it over, but he's taken it to another notch with back-to-back double-digit win seasons.
Let's talk about that for a second, because I think I am right with what I know him to be.
Yeah.
Like I thought that was an underwhelming hire, but I also think they spend more than everybody in the conference. So it's like,
yeah,
it's like to compare it to like there's certain coaches at certain schools where the train is running so well, it's almost hard to fuck up. Now, I'm not saying he's a bad coach, but at the same time, Navy did score 56 points on them last year.
Yes. They like you said, they do what they're supposed to do pretty much to a certain degree.
Yeah.
They don't overachieve. They're doing what they're supposed to, winning 10 games.
I like them. I want them to be great, but I'm just saying, like, if you told me, is Ryan Silverfield like a awesome coach moving forward? Should he get a P5 job? I would say pump the brakes a little bit.
Yeah.
But I definitely don't think you cannot make the case he's doing a bad job.
Well, and you would counter with, how did the other two do when they jumped up? I mean, Fuentes was not good at Tech, and then Norvell, it looked like, was about to be good at Florida State, but then came crashing down with the 2-10. So I think the jury's still out on.
Well, and zero, and honestly, like if you want to play devil's advocate, and Ryan Silverfield, I apologize if you're listening to this, but like they haven't been to the AAC championship, or they haven't won an AAC championship, the American. Aren't they rebranding it as the American? So that would be that they spend more than anybody in the conference, like by a pretty big gap. I would say Tulane would be the closest, but I'm saying they spend almost like a Power 5, I believe. So it's like, in a way, could Memphis fans be disappointed in a way?
Yeah, that they haven't even been to a title game. Yeah, in the Silverfield era, they've had the talent, they've had experience at the quarterback position, they've had experience on the offense. It's like I said, whether it's losing a game that they're not supposed to Navy 56-44. I know Navy's still pretty good, or the year before that where they lose to Tulane and SMU at home. The big games, the games where you're supposed to level up to your competition or beat somebody better than you. They just haven't done that.
They did get Florida State last year, and I think they can. I know Florida State was a 2-win team, but like beating Florida State is a big fucking deal. I don't care if they're a 2-win team,
especially when it was Norvell.
Yeah. So there is that. The offense this year, Tim Cramsey doing a damn good job. Another top 25 offense. They were 12th in scoring, 20th in passing, 46th in rushing, and 16th in overall offense. Wow. I mean, they got this thing rolling. It's coach proof, man. It's coach proof.
Yep.
They went out this year and they got Brendan Lewis in the portal. I'm very familiar with Brendan Lewis because he was at Colorado when Dion told them to get the fuck out. He played well last year in Nevada, Brendan Lewis, and I think this might be a decent get, considering you had to replace Seth Hennigan's. That's why I drink Hennigan's. But Seth Hennigan started like as a freshman, so I mean, I do. Yeah, he's been there. He was there for a long time. So Brendan Lewis coming in at the quarterback spot. Somewhat of a nice get there. They only returned 2 starters on the offense, or on the offense in general. Chris Adams at the left tackle and Malachi Breland at the left guard. They went out in the portal and they attacked this thing. I really like these first 3 names here. Lewis, if it works out. I will say at Colorado there were moments, but he also started as a freshman, so I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt here. Frank Peasant, I really liked his game with when he was with Stockstill. Now Derek Mason comes in and that offense was trash, but he leaves for Memphis, which is a smart move by him. Cortez Braham, he was on the show last year, man, out of Baltimore, Maryland. He was at West Virginia. He was at Nevada. I had a winning DFS lineup because he smashed it against SMU week 0 last year. They just got him because he sued the NCAA for his 7th year of eligibility because he was a JUCO. Basically, the Diego Pavia situation. That's a sneaky nice get, dude. You're getting like a 25-year-old wideout who is accomplished. They just got that in like the past 10 days, I feel like.
Yeah, all these lawsuits are going through again.
Well, they have to. If you let one, and then it's like,
yep,
they have a problem with this because in the JUCO ranks, you can't make revenue because those games aren't even on TV. So how do you justify that being the same?
Yep.
I don't know how the fuck they're going to get out of this. We're going to have, even though the COVID eligibility thing's over, and I would tell all my, tell your shitty recruits to go to the JUCO ranks and we'll pick you up in 2 years. We'll pay you.
Yep. And you'll be 25 and 26 having a nice little gig.
And then we'll start the JUCO college football experience to cover all the games there because there'll be fire. But Jaden Thompson, a wide receiver coming in from Louisville, Jakari Caldwell from North Carolina A&T, CJ Smith from Purdue. Every team's got a guy from Purdue on their team. Tight end Jerry Cross from Penn State. That's a nice get there. On the offensive line, Parker Mitchell from Richmond, Travis Burke from the airport FIU, Ethan Newman from Kennesaw State, Yakiri Walker from Colorado coming in as well. Also, Jacob Norcross from Kennesaw State and Austin Gentle from Holy Cross. From fucking Holy Cross coming in. There's no way they're going to be top 25 with this many new faces, right?
Well, and not only did they lose Hennigan, they lost Anderson, who rushed for almost 1,400 yards and 18 touchdowns. So it's like they lost
everybody, man.
They lost horses on this offense. But, hey, they got talent coming in.
And they're spending more. I mean, like, those guys are good players. So,
yeah. So, yeah, I think you got to think they're going to take a step back because they don't have the experience that they had. But they do have dudes. I mean, they have talent coming in and experience on their 5th and 6th years. Yeah. Orange Chicken saying Iowa State. See, he must have a bad lawyer. Well, they could just protest it. The West Virginia guys, like Matt's talking about in the chat, West Virginia's going to get 5 guys eligible next week because of the court.
Well, I would fight it because it doesn't make sense how you could, I guess it matters what state it's in, but your lawyer should issue it in the states that have already proven to be correct. You know what I mean? Like, even though you can issue it, I think, as far as I know, I'm no lawyer. I would assume you could issue it in any state in America. So if you're looking at Diego Pavia just getting passed or Cortez Braham, then why not issue it in Tennessee? I don't know if he issued it in Tennessee, but Diego Pavia's, I believe, was issued in Nashville, Tennessee. So, yeah. Why not issue all of them in Tennessee? Just, hire a law firm in Tennessee to do that. And I think that it will go to the courts in Tennessee and they will have to stay consistent with what they say before, I would assume. I'm no lawyer. But
I can tell you if that guy was a Texas Longhorn, he'd get eligible.
Money talks. Money talks. Let's talk about the defense. You got Jordan Hankins there. They were 55th in scoring defense, 118th in pass defense. Fucking terrible in pass defense. Rush defense 15th, but that's because everyone says, hey, let's just keep throwing the ball. 66th in total defense. He came in from Ohio, if memory serves me correct. William Whitlow is the lone returning starter at the DN spot. Jeez. But don't worry. They went heavy in the portal. Jalen Bell from Tennessee State and Eddie George went to the FCS playoffs, coming in on the D line. Isaiah Green from Western Michigan and Lance Taylor. Marcus Burris from Indiana. They went to the playoffs with Cignetti. Chase Carter from Incarnate Word. Ryan Buell. This one you should circle because he was at Colorado last year. Couldn't get on the field much, but he was all MAC with this defensive coordinator at Ohio. So that one makes sense for him probably being efficient here. Puda Walker from Kennesaw State. They just take Kennesaw, all of Kennesaw State's here. Sam Brunfeld at the linebacker spot from Virginia Tech. Drew Watts from Nevada. DeMarco Ward from Florida State. And Everett Rusall from UAB. Damn, battle of the bones. Then in the secondary, we have some more linebackers. Cam Burden from Charlotte and Biff Poggi. Cruz Law from North Carolina. In the secondary, Chauncey Logan, JMU, Benny Wamba from Chattanooga. Those are corners. In the safety spot, Chase Pinkston from Oklahoma State. Isheem Young. This dude was fucking awesome at Iowa State like 3 years ago. So maybe they caught something there. Kamari Wilson from Arizona State. Jalen Thompson at Michigan State. And kicker Gianni Spetik from Ohio, which obviously with the connection to the DC, that makes sense. Mac, one thing I have noticed about this, I think Army and Navy are going to continue to roll in these conferences because all I see is 60 new guys on Tulane, on Memphis, on ECU. I don't know if that's going to work against Army and Navy where you have the same continuity every year.
Yeah. It's a finesse team, man. That's why they get hit at the line of scrimmage, I feel like, year after year. So, yeah, I think that this defense will be more of the same. Inconsistency. Trying to, I don't know what if they can be a good unit at winning the turnover battle. I think they can make a step because their offense will be good once again. They've been that every year under Silverfield. So, yeah, I think the defense will be middle of the pack. I think that's fair. It's hard to say that this defense is going to be great when they got 10 new starters.
Yeah, no, I think it's more transfers than normal. Now, granted, that's because Hennigan's gone and some of the guys that they probably paid to stay there. It just makes it interesting. Like as we continue to do this, I'm fascinated by it. Like we did Tulane yesterday. Go listen to our Tulane preview.
No, it's everybody.
Well, they're in a different spot. With Fritz, he was retaining Michael Pratt. Michael Pratt, schools wanted Pratt. He stayed, right? Some of those running backs he had to Spears, the running back Spears, and then they had another running back prior to him, or before him. Was it Clayton? My point is that you're starting to see so much turnover that it makes me a little bit more wary to think that these teams can continue, but they're paying the shit of players. I know Memphis is bringing in some big time talent, but I also think, does it benefit you when we've done we're breaking down all 136 teams. Some of these mid majors don't look. Why is it the high profile ones are the ones with 40 fucking transfers?
Yeah.
Tulane, Memphis. Well, actually Boise would be the one that defies that. But some of the other big schools, Liberty, they're adding a slew of transfers, and it makes me a little bit nervous on how fast can they find continuity, and should we value the teams with continuity that are the mid-major team or the middle of the pack teams within these mid-major conferences. I expect the defense to actually slip back a little bit from 66 because that's just a lot of new faces.
It is, and to the only team that's really a contender, well, Navy brings back 15 starters, and Army still brings back a good amount, but
those guys are with the program. Even if you're not bringing them back, they're still with the program.
Correct. UTSA is kind of a hybrid here and going to this year because they bring back almost their whole offense. So
that's what I'm saying, though. Is like there's a couple examples. Boise, I actually think the more I think about this, and we're going to do our conference picks episode, but I'm thinking like UTSA is probably going to win this conference, right?
They would have shot them in Navy. So
yeah, them in Navy, I think will probably be my title game.
Yeah. Don't give it away too quick.
Yeah, I'm just no, I forgot about this awesome team, East Carolina.
Yeah.
Anyway, I expect the defense to slip a little bit, but I'm fascinated by seeing all this in Tulane. I am very fascinated. We will get to the schedule and the state of the program, but before we do that, I do want to let you know that you are listening to the College Football Experience. Part of the we are brought to you by MyBookie.ag. Look, MyBookie is your place to bet on every single sport, including all those summer sports: MLB, CFL, WNBA, golf, tennis, racing, and of course, college football futures. All right. MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of different locations as well. You can easily deposit, get lightning fast payouts using crypto. So head on over to mybookie.ag. And when you do, use our promo code TCESGPN for 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions apply. Of course, that's mybookie.ag. Promo code TCESGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm, and holy shit, college football is back on Rhythm. Last season, their predictive models posted unbelievable results, folks. 21.47% ROI on the non-conference spreads, 22.47% ROI on in-conference money lines. They absolutely killed it on FCS totals. Week 0 and week 1, Rhythm's house model went 16-4 ATS, 11.6 units gained, and a 52% ROI. Go to the app right now and make your own model, as the predictions are live, folks. So get on over there. Get your free 7-day trial period today. sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. All right, we are back. Well, if you know me and you've been listening for years, you probably know that, I'm a huge fan of something they have, Memphis University has. State of the program is a lot of things. Roster, whether you're willing to spend $200 million to get into a conference, and plenty of other things. Fan base, fan buy-in, but it's also the stadium. And Mac, this is a top 10 stadium to me. I know you're thinking, Dundee, you said top 10 stadium for 15 stadiums. This one's gold. You heard Mike Leach on the intro. Remember when he was shaking hands with the fans while his team was brawling?
Yeah.
That was at this very stadium. This stadium is legendary. They have that bowl game. I know young kids don't understand bowl games these days, but the Liberty Bowl has real history to it, and it was always very chippy, I feel like. One of the better bowl games historically. And I love this place. I can pick this place out. Personality. When you see the stadium, we were doing something the other day when I said, Dad, that's at the Liberty Bowl. You know it. And part of my knock, some bozo was arguing with me about the Kansas Stadium today. They don't understand that all I want is personality, right? Difference, uniqueness. Memphis offers that. I know this stadium. I can see this, like Memphis, the Showboats play there. I mean, the bowl games where the Tigers aren't even playing are in those games. I mean, you can go on and on and on about the events that have happened here. And I know it from one look. I can tell that is at the Liberty Bowl. And this stadium is, to me, one of the greatest stadiums, in my opinion. If you said pick Dundee, you're in charge of college football. Well, I would play on campus all the way to the national championship, but we know that's not realistic. But if I had to follow the guidelines of, you have, you're in charge, but we must have 4 bowl locations or four neutral site locations for the Final Four, I would say, done deal. We will have the Rose Bowl with one. We will have the Cotton Bowl with another. We will have the Sun Bowl as another, and we will have the Liberty Bowl as a 4th. And I would also add in something where we would kind of perhaps once every couple of years move one to the north or something like that. But those 4 stadiums to me are like, they're the 4 stadiums that should be protected at all costs. Like those stadiums are all incredible. I would be open if the Rice Stadium or the Rice Bowl got renovated. I would be open to that one too. But man, this place is incredible. They're renovating this, by the way. And I haven't done a check on this, but I believe, look at this fucking stadium though. This is awesome. I believe this thing might be ready by the beginning of the season. I know during the UFL that shit was being still worked on, but I love this stadium. It is incredible. Thank you, Orange Chicken. Yeah, I want to do the national championship at Sun Bowl. Cal Memorial Stadium is also up there as one that would be a location. But there's like 25 sacred stadiums that could host things. Like this is you're still in a major city. I just think this is a gem. Look at that fucking shot right there.
And it goes back to what I keep saying too. Like the perfect size for a football stadium is 55 to 65,000. This one seats 58-ish. It's perfect size, like you said. I'm with you. 10 out of 10 with the history. And then West Virginia's played there a ton in the Liberty Bowl. So like it's Mountaineer fans love everybody that plays in the bowl game loves that stadium.
And anyone that's been there, I would say, is like it's just phenomenal. Why was it that back then they made things with personality, and why does now all of our stadiums have to look the fucking same?
Domes.
But I'm saying like they all have to look like they all look the same. They like I don't know where we lost it, but they used to all look different, and it was cool because you would say, "Hey, I know exactly." Even from watching the field, you don't even have to zoom out. I'm like, "Oh, I know where they're at." That's all I'm asking for. The stadium's incredible. Shout out to Memphis. They're renovating this thing, and by the way, they have a helmet car. Finally.
Did you tweet this out today?
No, I need to.
Yeah, I know you're a sucker for the helmet cars,
dude. What does that cost? Like $1,000?
Yeah,
right. Like,
look at that. Look at Tony the Tiger.
Every goddamn, and this is back. I found this shot from like 2007 when they were like 1-11 or something. I'm so hoping they still have this, but every team should have a helmet car. It costs like a G. I've looked into this because we might pick Dundee might be getting a helmet car. Yeah. I mean, look at this. Get out to fucking Memphis, Tennessee. There's
in the rain.
Look, this is the renderings of the new stadium. Here's what I love about this, Mac. They're remodeling this thing, and I love the fact that they're gonna make it blue like that on the outside, but they're not losing the shape of the stadium. That's what makes it so fucking unique. So obviously this is a rendering, so I can't confirm all of this, but if that's what it's going to look like, job well done, because you haven't ruined the identity of what it is. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I'm excited for this one. It's not like Kansas where you're just like, no, let's make it an MLS stadium, right? This has personality. I love this thing, man. I honestly like. I think it's the best. State of the program, though, is the stadium. Is all this. Are they going to get in a power conference? Because I feel like until they're in a power conference, I can only give them an 8. But damn it, they deserve a power conference. And part of me loves the thought of them being in the power conference to threaten Tennessee. And also, hey, Tennessee, I know you paid $1.5 million to not play Army. Put Memphis on the schedule, you little bitches.
Why haven't they played Memphis?
Oh, do they haven't? Because Memphis beat them, I think. Let me check about this. I remember Memphis beating them with like Peyton Manning. They almost beat them, right?
They should play.
What do you give this the state of the program, though?
I'll go 9. Double-digit win seasons. Actually, I'll go 8 because they haven't got to an AAC title, or at least in a while. So, yeah, I'll go 9 or 8. Sorry, I'm all over the place. 8 is the state of the program. They're in a really solid spot as they continue to build.
Yeah, and also 7 is the times Tennessee has beat them in a row. And I'll be honest, the last 2 they haven't played Memphis since they had a pulse. I'll tell you that. And Memphis did catch them in 96, beat them 21-17. But man, for a minute there, even the year, what year did they win the Natty? 98 or 99? that was a 17-16 game and a 19-17 game in 2000, but they whooped their ass in the mid 2000s pretty bad. Either way, that's a game that should be on the schedule. Come on, Knoxville and Memphis, and same with Vandy. Like these things should be happening every year. Yeah, I'm with you. Let's talk about the schedule. Let's talk about this season with these Memphis Tigers because week 1, the Mocs of Chattanooga. Watch out, they were pretty good last year in the FCS. Series goes back to 1942. Win 1-0.
I'll go 1-0 as well.
Interesting game. Love the in-state game though.
Yep, regionality to some degree.
Week 2, they head to Center Park Stadium where Chipper Jones used to hit dingers. Call me crazy. I think I'm higher on Del McGee than you. I think Del McGee did a good job in year 1, considering just 3 wins. But I'll take Memphis. But the fact they're throwing this team together, I think Georgia State is live here. But give me Memphis to be 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, they picked off Vandy last year. No, they're not coming off a letdown spot like Vandy was. So I'll go 2-0. But I do agree. This is a tough little road spot here.
Well, it's back-to-back away because they head to Troy. Now, I'm not very high on Troy. I think this will be an easier one. The Georgia State game is the one that I find sneaky. I could see Georgia State catching them, but they are more talented than all these teams. So I have them at 3-0.
I'm at 3-0, but it is tough to just pencil them in for back-to-back road wins.
Troy's fucking bad, though, man.
You got to think they're going to be better, though. Because I
thought so until they got raided in the portal.
Yeah, true. They got raided. Yeah, the whole Sun Belt did.
Minus JMU. I think JMU got
and ODU.
Yeah. 3-0. I think Georgia State's, and then they come home and take on these Sam Pulled Pork Pittman and Bobby Petrino, aka Road Rash Face. This game is awesome, by the way. Arkansas. If you haven't been to Memphis, Tennessee, you can skip rocks to fucking Arkansas. All right, there's literally a river, like walking distance, for you to cross the river, and you're in Arkansas. Arkansas, I know Arkansas State, the battle of the paint bucket. I know they're not on the schedule, but Arkansas or Arkansas State should be on the schedule every year. This game's great. I'm taking if Memphis is 3-0, I'm taking Arkansas to win this game because I think they'll make it a point. If they're 2-1, I think it's a little more sleepy. But either way, give me Road Rash Face to go into the Liberty Bowl and get that dub. 3-1.
We need this to be a primetime game.
It's a great game. Yeah. Great game. Love this game.
Yeah, I took Arkansas in the Arkansas preview. We're higher on Petrino year number 2 here. So 3-1 here between that, those 2 road games, and then Arkansas 3-1 through 4.
Then they head to Del Boca Vista to the old folks home to take on Florida Atlantic, the Owls. This is a win. I'm not very high on Florida Atlantic, but if they were to beat Arkansas, this would be a little sneaky.
Yeah, it's just tricky though, coming off an SEC all-in game, and you got to go down to Florida now. I'll go Memphis again, but I mean 4-1 here.
I got him 4-1 as well. Then Trey Lamb and the Tulsa Golden Hurricane. Shout out to Coach Lamb. Gave us a follow the other day. I'll take Memphis, even though I do like that hire, man. I was super impressed with what he did at Gardner Webb. But give me Memphis 5-1.
Yeah, Tulsa. I don't think Lamb will have him playing well yet. So 5-1. Schedule's nice on the front end of conference play.
Yeah. Shout out to Mike, our boy. Shout out to Mike. Great to see you, brother. Hope you're doing good, man. Yeah, I think they only have 1 loss right now. They catch a bye. Shout out to the great D'Angelo Williams. He was kind of the first to get it going.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, in the 2000 era. Folks, I want to tell you that the college football experience is brought to you by Circa Millions and Circa Survivor. Yes, the world's greatest sports book, Circa Las Vegas in downtown Las Vegas, is hosting the world's biggest pro football contest, Circa Millions, Circa Survivor, and Circa Grandissimo. With over $21 million in guaranteed prizes, you can't call yourself a true DJ if you're not competing in the Circa football contest. Come hang out with the SGPN crew at Circa Contest Weekend, August 21st to August 23rd, for an amazing weekend. I mean, you can meet all the SGPN guys, but also the college football experience will be doing live shows from Circa regarding Farmageddon in Dublin, regarding Tarleton State, Portland State, Idaho State, UNLV. We might even go to that game. Then you got all the other ones going on, right? North Carolina Central, Southern, going on in Alabama, UC Davis, Mercer, Fresno State, Kansas, Sam Houston at Western Kentucky, Stanford going to the island to take on Hawaii. We're covering all of those. And I'm not forgetting about the Incarnate Word game. All right. We got it all. All right. We're going to be covering all of those things. So what are you doing? Come out, live shows, open bars, plus you get 15% off your stay at Circa with the promo code SGP15. The contests are open to everyone. Sign up in Nevada, play from anywhere with the help of SGPN's official proxy. Go to footballcontest.com. Use the promo code SGP to get $50 off those proxy fees. We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Look, Underdog Best Ball Mania is happening all summer long. Giving away $15 million in prizes, including $2 million in first place. There's no waiver wire, no arguments about trades. Best ball is the best way to play fantasy football, folks. And Underdog's also a great place to play Pick'em if you haven't. You could win up to 500 times the amount of money you enter. So what are you doing? Jump on over to Underdog Fantasy. And when you do, use our promo code TCESGPN to claim your special pick plus first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus credits. UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code TCESGPN. All right, so we're at the first bye. I don't know how you feel about 6 games without a bye, but at least none of them had winning records besides Arkansas last year.
Yeah. They could stumble in one of those games, but we'll go 5-1.
I if I'm the bet, I would say it's the Georgia State one.
Could be.
Because Del McGee didn't even get really spring with them last year. This is his first year with spring. It's almost like Leipold when he got hired at Kansas, right? But I'm with you. I'm still with you. We're seeing eye to eye that 5-1 out the gate. But now, man, I hope you use this bye week wisely because we got the battle for the bones. Trent Dilfer, the modern game does not impress me. Did he get fired at the bye week? Because there is a 1-game bump for the coach being fired. This is talking to my buddy, welcome to UAB. Longtime fan of the show, probably one of our first fans back in the day. He's a UAB grad, if you couldn't tell. I always try to talk shit like, hey, UAB, La Tech's a rivalry, UAB, ECU's a rivalry. He's like, no. Fuck Memphis. The battle for the bones. Is there any chance that Trent Dilfer and Jalen Kitna, son of John Kitna, knock off these Memphis Tigers?
I mean, I want to do it just because it's a rivalry, but you just look since Dilfer's got there, 43 or 44-17 last year, 53-18. Like they're not even in the same ballpark. I can't do it.
How did they it's amazing that they were rolling. UAB was rolling after they kickstarted the program again. I can't do it either. I really can't. But Battle for the Bones. Have you seen this trophy? This is one of the best trophies. One of the best trophies. Go everyone Google image this trophy right now. It's a great trophy.
It's going to be staying in Memphis, Tennessee this year.
It will be staying in Memphis, Tennessee this year. Next up, South Florida, the Bulls. You fuck with the Bulls, you get a loss. No. I'm sorry. If you listen to our South Florida preview, go listen to it. It's out there. I took Memphis here because this is another one. I just think they're a little more talented. And the fact it's at the Liberty Bowl, I got this team at 7-1?
I know, and we don't. I didn't even think we were.
I don't even know how good they are. It's almost like Liberty's schedule.
Yeah, I feel we're giving them like the Western Kentucky treatment now, where we're just like, they're going to win these games because they're more talented. I'm trying to see who's USF off of, because USF has a couple big games in the middle of the year. USF,
I got my upsets coming though.
Yeah, give me South Florida. Give me South Florida. If they're 7-1, they're going to lose one of these games.
No, it's not here, buddy. It's the next one.
I think they're going to struggle down the stretch. We'll get to them.
It's the next one.
Yeah, I thought about that one.
What did Navy do to Memphis last year?
Yeah.
So wait, Scotty Abel was hired at Rice from Davidson.
Yeah.
Great hire. Davidson was running the triple. He's running the triple at Rice. By October 31st, this is on Halloween. You're telling me they won't have figured out the timing of the triple? Navy put up 55 on them last year. This is their first loss. In conference, that is. I mean, they lose to Arkansas. This is their second loss overall. Rice catches them. Let's go, fucking Owls. Let's go. I'm gonna watch. I will play the money line when we get here. You got Memphis winning this, huh?
I'm trying to find the Rice because when did we do Rice? We did Rice so damn early, right? That was
very early on. Yeah.
Yeah, I took. Here, let me check. I can check it real quick. I took Memphis, so I'll stick with it. But I will be taking the point 7-2.
I'm just saying, triple option fucks with these men. They play a soft defense, dude. So it's like triple option has fucked with Memphis, and it doesn't matter the coach.
Yeah.
They come out of this, and Tulane is coming to town. I took Tulane to win on yesterday's show.
Same.
This is on November 7th. This is a Friday night game.
Revenge from last year where Memphis won at Tulane.
I mean, it's a coin flip game. It really is. Both teams are kind of mirror images. There's so many transfers coming into both these teams. With Retzlaff enrolling and not transferring, now with the Mateer news, I feel like Oklahoma's going to get Retzlaff right away. If that happens, then I will take Memphis. Can we say that? Right now, tonight, we got the news on John Mateer that he was very stupid, but he was 18. We've all been stupid.
Yeah.
I'm in my 40s. I'm stupid every other fucking hour, right? But this is one where I will say, if they don't have Retzlaff, are you still taking Tulane?
Probably not. So this could be a Benedict. This is why it's August the 11th, and this game is.
Well, with that Oklahoma news, to me, it's the only logical thing for them to do is to get Retzlaff because he's not actually in the portal. He hasn't committed. Like, you could still just say, hey, come here and roll. The semester hasn't started yet.
Yeah,
that's got to be their game plan with the Mateer news. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure this shit out. I would assume that's their game plan. As of right now, I will take Tulane. So that's 2 losses in a row. Oh, and then they go to Greenville, North Carolina. Let me tell you something about ECU football. They beat the shit out of Memphis. All right. What am I seeing here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of the last 11 have been won by ECU. The only time we got our ass whooped was when Scotty Montgomery had Duke Mole, by the way. I mean, we lost.
Always throw that in there.
Oh, we lost 70-13 when we had him. He was so bad. And we lost 59-41. But other than that, take out the Scotty Montgomery years. We've been beating Memphis's ass for a long fucking time. And that includes in Memphis, Tennessee in 2021. That includes in 2022 in Greenville. So, damn well, you're going into fucking Greenville here. This is a loss, bro.
I took ECU on the ECU preview. So, yeah, I will join you for a – what is that? Is that 3 in a row for you?
Yep.
Yep. I'm 3 out of 4. So, yeah, now I got him 7-4 headed into the finale. And
well, they got a bye week, which how do you feel about the bye? Look at Isaac Bruce, by the way. Super Bowl champ, Isaac Bruce.
that
Memphis,
might
great.
help them for who they're playing, though.
It will, especially because they already played Rice. Give me Memphis in an upset. I think 2 weeks I don't know. It's close,
Will
man.
they quit though if they're out of the AAC title game?
I was about to say this is a tricky thing because if they are out of the title game, I'm on Navy all day. But if they're still alive, I think Memphis can win that thing. You kind of need to know the
Thanksgiving
stakes.
night.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's go Navy.
Yeah, I'm Navy. I'm 7-5 for Memphis. I'm on the under.
Yeah. I'm the same situation.
Navy's been a bad matchup against Memphis for years.
So wait, did I not put the win total in here?
It's 8.5.
Yeah, 8.5 is the win total. Man, you look at that schedule, and I actually think the first half is such a nice runway. You better hope you don't trip against Georgia State or Troy.
Yep.
But there is a path where this team is 6-0, man. 7-0, really. There is a path. If they catch Arkansas asleep a little bit, imagine them going 7-0 and then boom, getting 5 straight, 4 out of 5 bowl teams. Maybe Rice makes a bowl. I don't know. But the other ones, I feel pretty confident they're going bowling. USF, Tulane, ECU, Navy. I could see the overhitting, but anyway. I'm on the under. You locking this?
I'm locking it. Same as Tulane. I'm fading Tulane and Memphis this year. They've overachieved the last couple of years. I think they get a little bit of regression this year. I'm not convinced they win both the Georgia State and Troy road games. And then I kind of tend to believe they're going to be 4-2 at the halfway point. And then those last 5 games, just from a matchup standpoint with Rice and then the other 4 being at the top of the odds leaders, I think those are hard games.
See, my thing is I think Tulane's schedule is harder. That's why I'm locking Tulane. I'm going to stay away from the lock, but I feel pretty decent on the under. So give me the under. And no lock here. See, the problem is this, guys. I see you guys in the chat complaining about how the things go here, the order. Well, look, there's no correct way. If I do alphabet, West Virginia fans and Wisconsin fans, after 3 or 4 straight years of doing that shit, they get super pissed. They say, "Oh, yeah, all those schools, USC, right?" So then I put it in a randomizer, and to make it even worse is some of the schools that are in the back of the alphabet are still in the back of the randomizer. So what are you saying? Next year I got to go reverse alphabetically?
Make Alabama wait.
We need an intern then, because I'm not breaking down fucking letters. You know what I mean? I'm going to say, what's going on here? Is this K-A, K-A-R, K-A-L? What the fuck am I doing here?
Where's R?
I'm trying my best to help you fucks. All right. I'm trying my best. All right. I'm on the under on Memphis, and tomorrow morning, early morning, we will be talking Iowa Hawkeye football. Perfect time to talk Iowa Hawkeye football. Also, just to let you know, tomorrow night we will have what? So what we got?
The Pac-12.
Yeah, hang on. I'm loading it up here. I believe we got. What's our order tomorrow?
Oregon and Utah.
Yes, there we go. Memphis, then Iowa, Oregon, Utah tomorrow. The following day is UNLV, Boston College, and Houston. I'm sorry, GBO Farms. You put it in a randomizer, and this is the way it fucking shakes out. I don't know what to say. But don't worry, the Vols are coming. It's happening. But anyway. All right, folks, we're out of here. Enjoy the slideshow honoring Memphis football history. And looking forward to it. Looking forward to the season. All right. I like the Chattanooga game, week 1. GBO Farms. Let's take Chattanooga money line. See you in Vegas, buddy. All right. Moneyline Max on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at DColbyD. The College Football Experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. Until next time, folks, this is the College Football Experience, Memphis Tiger style. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
Mailbox 1. You have 7 messages. 1.
I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart. I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo. Mind, body, and soul are nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself. We're the obsession to be a part of that, started that. Mind over matter don't matter in the market. I've seen much smarter cats have heart attacks. Largely cause leaders need lambs to be lethargic. Match wits with the half-wit phantom. I don't need jumper cables or mic cords to analyze an analytical anthem. Between my two ears, an engine pumping the life force. Force field for your grip on the grievance. Still gonna feel unchallenged, your boy stiff. So arrange the pieces to prepare cohesive. All the hard work will go largely ignored if your hands are covered with post-its and paper cuts. You need to have your voice in the vice grip. The one who made it famous ain't the one who made it up. You don't get overtime just for working the night shift.
I'm taking a pitch right now. It's like
I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart. Mind, body, and soul are nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun. Mind, body, and soul are nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo. Mind, body, and soul are nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself. Every time I close my eyes, I'm taken to the same place, a playing field, and every contestant's got the game face. Everybody's yelling, you ought to play it safe. Make sure them shoes are tied and ankles taped. Shake the cobweb and hit the ground running. This is how cunning I can get with the footwork. You're doing it right, well, it shouldn't hurt. Flirt with greatness, still outrun the famous. Nice high heels, I got mics for spikes. Trampling the home team and the turf for life. For the few fleet of foot, too fast for me. I fear none, cause I run and ignore the pair of feet by the tree that are fast asleep. In love with the game, you adore the hair. I believe in achievement. My soul isn't rewarded just cause the season goal moves toward it. I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart. Mind, body, and soul are nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun. Mind, body, and soul are nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo. Mind, body, and soul are nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself. Conspiracy theories, gotta love them clearly. Nothing's more entertaining than entertaining a query. Just the words of the wise and the weary. Recognize the authors of reality and theory. Theoretically, I could have won Scribble Jam. In reality, I lost to a legend. Theoretically, I'm best friends with Uncle Sam. In reality, I've never even met him. Now one day my potential may become reputation. Until then, I'm still a work in progress. I suggest you question what I'm saying. If anything, to become familiar with the process. My agenda may suit your needs. When I say your Bill of Rights has been ripped to shreds, but if it defends what you believe, hold dear to your truths and scream fuck seeds. I'm not saying I'm impossible to outsmart. Mind, body, and soul are nothing without heart. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outrun. Mind, body, and soul are nothing without love. And I'm not saying I'm impossible to outdo. Mind, body, and soul are nothing without truth. And I'm not saying it's impossible, but you're nothing without yourself.